Welcome to the podcast of School Beyond Limitations. In this podcast, you will learn how to guide your child through their school life with the intention to help them find their unique essence that will allow your daughter, your son to live a fulfilled and meaningful life. How can an online school prevent my child from being online even more? My name is Dr. Martina. I'm the co-founder, CEO and designer of School Beyond Limitations learning model. If you would like your child to live a fulfilled and happy life, then the episodes of this channel may be the right ones. So please subscribe to this channel. Well, this is a question: how can an online school prevent my child from being even more online? This is a question that arises very often in our admission processes. And many parents are so extremely worried about this aspect. And indeed, young people nowadays spend a lot of time online, on social media, connecting with others, and get lost also sometimes and distracted by online techniques and online devices and social media, as I said before. And indeed, that's why it's so important that we actually open our eyes, that we are there to overview that school and parents collaborate on that together with the students, of course. And there are a number of strategies, and especially an online school which is working online has to integrate such strategies even more because of the fact that it's happening online. But there are strategies that are really very successful if they are introduced mindfully and in a collaborative spirit with parents, with students, and with facilitators alike. So certainly there needs to be a structured schedule. It is important for students to design, together with their facilitator and their parents, a daily schedule where it is clear when there are online moments and offline activities. It is paramount for students and also for any human being that there is a structure within that, and that students learn and human beings learn also to get away from online and to have patterns such as relaxation and such as also sleeping patterns, not having any exposure to social media or online activities before going to sleep, and that this is promoted at home and also at school. What we are doing at School Beyond Limitations, often we are actually organizing challenges for the students on the basis of daily structures. So where we say, now we tick off whether we are doing that in order for that to become a habit. Because once it's a habit, then the students and also adult people and adult persons put it into practice, and it becomes an automated approach. Another important aspect is really getting out, doing things, activities offline, offering students and also our children as many offline activities as possible. And this means also going into nature. Nature is the source, an important source for creativity, an important source for becoming mindful, an important source to see what nature actually offers us. I can do so many things in nature. I can relax my mind. I can feel connected. And this is very, very important, as much as providing, for instance, students and children with physical books. It's so important that students do not just, and we all do not just read online, that we have our physical books where we create a kind of relationship with, and we are getting away from the online or hands-on projects. And any outdoor activity is important, and what school can do, school can really promote that. School can also make sure and ensure that students actually create projects that are away from the online, posters, interviews, talking to people, designing, not always just online, drawing, painting, crafts, and so much more, and getting in touch with other people so that they feel I meet people in real life. That's very, very important. And it's also important that students, with regards to getting in contact with other people, that there is interaction taking place, not only online but offline, that students meet with real students in the region that they live, that they go outside, that they basically organize learning methods where they meet with other people, where they get together, where there are group discussions, where they can be also virtual discussions, but they can go beyond and become collaboration projects that can be, and finalized offline. But online, it's really important that students feel that they need to contribute, that there is energy flow taking place, yeah, and it's important. And it's also very important that we always are mindful about and make ourselves and our students aware, let's have a break, let's have a screen free moment, screen free breaks. That's related also to the schedule before. But when we are meeting online, in an online school, I can invite my students to go for a short run around the house for 2 minutes, and then I come back. I can invite them to just stop for a moment and go for a walk with their dog or something. That's very, very important, so that students understand that those free screen-free moments, they can be filled with other activities, physical exercises, and relaxation time, meditation, whatsoever. And of course, it's very, very important that parents are involved in the process. It's important that parents overview, that parents are educated in the field, that there are firewalls, that the students have, assigned times where they are allowed to spend time online, and that this is in balance with offline activities, with meeting other people, and that there is a clear communication, between facilitator and student, between parent and student, where they actually talk about together about the agreements of how to use online activities, online tools, and social media. Because if there are agreements that are taken on board and designed together with a student, by making them aware what it means and what it does to the body, to the brain, to the entire well-being of a student, if I can't disconnect anymore, then they will be very wise, and they will be very understanding about the introduction of limitations. And in this case, I use on purpose the word limitations, because the limitation with regards to the exposure to online allows for the students to open up more for other activities, and that allows for them to increase their horizon and to see that there is actually more out there, and that they can feel themselves in a different way, and that they can interact with other people in real life. So it's really important that there is this balance and a diversity, variety of learning resources. As I mentioned before, it's physical notebooks, it's physical books, it's really the pencil and the pen and the ruler and everything that needs to be used, and crafts and hands-on activities, and creating in combination with what the online world can offer us with regards to videos, simulations, and and that in combination is a successful, strategy to go forward. And of course, and I mentioned that already before, it is paramount that we educate our students and ourselves on the basis of being that this is a holistic educational model, that we need to integrate wellness programs, that are integrated in the daily lives, not just 1 hour and 1 lesson per week where we do, I don't know, a happiness lesson or a well-being lesson. It needs to be integrated in everyday's life, which means doing mindful exercises, meditation, stress management techniques, and discussions on well-being and agreements on well-being. If we promote this kind of awareness, our students become really these mindful people, and they themselves, and we have lots of students who have been dependent and addicted, so to speak, of social media and the use of gaming and stuff like that. But they have developed into different human beings where they realize, no, it's not just that. There's other aspects out there, and I start feeling myself again. I start understanding that I'm a different person, and I'm holistic. I need to feed my body, I need to feed my mind, I need to feed my soul. And it's really promoting this awareness and constantly, really reflecting on that. And I think one of the main tools is having agreements and overviewing them, showing the students and the young people that they are not alone, that we are on a journey together, and that we need constantly to reflect on how this feels. Not, of course I can be taken away by social media, but when they have the possibility to reflect really objectively together with a professional, together with their parents, on how it makes them feel by enriching their lives with lots of different and varied activities that go beyond online and also offline and in nature, then they start understanding, not only understanding, just perceiving. They start to perceive within themselves that this makes all sense, that they do need a healthy sleep at nighttime. They do need to get away from the online. They do need to have free technology-free moments, technology-free half days or days or whatsoever. And we have lots of examples within our community that show that, and where students start to teach other students. And that's the most powerful thing, when students really realize this is not good, and they start then actually sharing their experience with other students. And that's where the real healing takes place. So how can an online school prevent my child from being even more often online? I think it's a combination of all these techniques and strategies, and taking also parents on board, having sessions also about the literacy, about IT literacy and technology literacy for students and parents alike. And that takes students to become more aware, takes students to really feeling their bodies again and connecting with their souls. And once that happens, then online is not a problem anymore, because online becomes an important tool for students to further enrich their lives. And online is seen as a positive tool and not as something that takes their creativity away, that helps them rather increase, and broaden their creativity. So this is what we are doing at School Beyond Limitations also. It's a journey. it's not happening from one day to the next day. So it needs patience, it needs clarity, it needs clear communication, and it needs presence. It needs being alert, or let's rather say mindful all the time. So if that sounds like interesting to you, then be aware that there is a school out there that is implementing such things and that is helping students getting away from being addicted with regards to their online consumption. And this is School Beyond Limitations. And if you are interested in School Beyond Limitations, then you will find the description, the website in our description, and we are looking forward to meeting you soon in our conversations when the application process will start.
At School Beyond Limitations, we support our students find their unique essence. Feel free to share the content of this podcast with other parents. We are here to show that your children can, indeed, bring their unique essence into life. So, reach out to us if you think that this is what you'd like your daughter, your son to experience, or apply through our website. Also, leave your comments, your questions, or your review about the podcast. Share it with others. And as you know, sharing is caring.